Welcome to the weekly roundup of Division 1 Hose. Good to be here.
Yeah, g'day TJ, how are you, mate? G'day listeners.
Portland Hotel, plenty of sights and sounds of the locals in the background, so I hope you enjoy that.
Oh, it's great to have the people around. It adds a little bit of noise, but it's colour.
Okay, let's get on to a game in the round. It was Ross Trevor and TG Gully. Maybe a grand final preview, but in the end it was Ross Trevor too strong, 14-13-97, knocking off TG Gully 6-11-47, and they did the damage in the Premiership quarter hose, the third quarter, 7-0.
Yeah, they're the best two sides I've seen this year. I haven't seen Prince Alfred, get to see them this week. But they're the best two sides I've seen. Obviously, Ross Trevor had that brilliant third quarter. Obviously played too well and 8-goal victors. So yeah.
Yep. So the difference may well have been Michael Coe with 7 goals. Tommy Hurley also kicked 4, a host of singles. So better players for Ross Trevor were Code, Allen, Jordan, Will O'Malley, Medhurst, and Mead.
Yeah, they kept Kamain down to a single goal, but Code kicked 7, so they rolled him forward. And for Teacher Gully, Pete Personoff kicked 2, Trent Melville kicked 2. Matthew Hillandel a single, Blake Penny a single. The young fella, young Thompson, the left footer plays on the wing.
Fleet-footed left footer. Yep.
Yeah, little fella on the wing was their best. Kowalik, second best. Huggard across the back line. Dylan Shoemakers, who's been in good touch lately, and Santico, they were their better players.
Yeah, and Gravel Dick there sneaking into the best players. For Port District, 12-9-81, knocking off Goody Saints 9-13-67, a 14-point win and a big win. They're the real deal, Port Districts. They're in the top 3 now and doesn't look like they're going anywhere.
I think we all predicted them to make the 5 at the start of the year, but we probably didn't know they'd be really pushing at the moment, and now they're playing good footy.
They had 3 players kick 2, the real deal O'Neill, Major Lynett, and Heath Pocock even kicked 2. And
spindly legs himself.
He won a mouth guard this week, Heathy, because we reckon he might get some attention now. Major Lynett was their best with McInerney and Young North East in the best players.
Yeah, they got a good spread there too with Jack Foster with a goal, Joshy Rosenthal normally plays at fullback, Trent Heflin, Batty up the forward line. Gee, that's a fairly potent sort of side. So yeah, they're looking all right. For Goodwood Saints, Slate kicked 2, Travis Tuck kicked 2, Hughes kicked 2, and Carter Kells and Anthony Scara singles each. Carter was best, Travis Tuck was second, Simon Brooks third, Anthony Scara was fourth, and Nick Burgess fifth. Gee, Burgess has been in great touch this year. Super form this year, Nick Burgess.
On to the next one, it was the Battle of the Hawks. It was Modbury taking on Salisbury North at Modbury, and they were no match for the Hawks in the end. It was Modbury 7-8-50, Salisbury North 13-5-83. For Salisbury North, Wagner kicked 3, whilst Russo, Sharp and Morgante all kicked 2, a host of singles. Best player on the day was Michael Clinch, whilst Thomas and Cox snuck in there also.
Yeah, Modbury, Gibson kicked 5, Parmes and Denmead kicked singles. Gibson was their best player, followed by the big ruckman, big Michael Bennett, Matty Fogden, who wins plenty of the footy through the midfield. Their defender, their key defender, fullback at Hollingworth Hughes and Phillips. So
you have to assume he probably took out Solly, who didn't appear in the goal kickers. Hollingworth Hughes.
Goodwood's, what's his name? Salisbury North. Who knows? They're only 2 games from avoiding relegation again.
They are a dark smoky to avoid relegation, and I've actually tipped them this week. So they now sit bottom with 4 wins but only 2 points. And they're only 2 games off Modbury, and they've beaten Modbury, so they'll try and the hunt begins. As such. Yeah. All right. Next one, again, Payneham have made a back-to-back wins against Premiership threats.
Make you happy, mate?
Yes, I was reasonably happy with it. So they led all day after knocking off Ross Trevor last week. In the end, it was Payneham 13-8-86, Prince Alfred 11-9-75. So Payneham leading at each change. Strato Agorostas had a game to remember, kicking 8, which is just fantastic. Davis kicked 2, singles to Jolly Donahue and Marcy Agorostas. Better players were Strato Agorostas, Matty Nye, Harry Pride, Richmond and Liam Davis. A couple of players don't appear in there as well who are best players who played roles, I suppose, and it's so important on the day.
Tommy Clark.
Yeah, Tommy Clark was one. Harry Pride does appear in there. Here's another. Look, so many good players in the Prince Alfred list. I know you're going to do the best players and goalkeepers in a minute, but you look at You've got Perryman, but
Yep.
they put a lot of time into Castry and Jolly, who we thought, well, I'm not on the match committee anymore, but they're the key ball users, the quality ball users, and they were able to shut them down. And Mouse Backwell was pretty intent in trying to shape the tag. And if you're worrying about one person's tag, perhaps you're not worrying about the other 17 on the field. And Payneham kicked 5 early goals and were never headed. So really well coached by Gary McIntosh, and I've given him a couple
So
of players.
who was the tag on?
Castry and who's in the best players, funny enough.
Yeah,
Castry and Jolly. Jolly was probably
Jolly.
identified as the key one.
Hayden Jolly's
yeah,
very, very good player.
yeah, former Glenelg League player. So
Perryman's also good football too.
yeah, another former Glenelg League player.
Pitt kicked 6 and was their best player. Bartlett kicked 2. Singles to Lang. Siebel's a good player across half forward line. Crawford. We've gone through Pitt. Was Pitt, Perryman, Castry, Tom Brinsley, Bartlett, and.
What do you know about Tom Brinsley?
Played a bit of cricket, or a fair bit of cricket as well.
Got anything on him about football? 'Cause he was actually very good on the weekend. So he
I think
played.
he's the captain, actually. I think he's the captain.
Well, he stood Jolly, and probably, well, arguably had the better of Joel's. But one of the things that stands out for me for Payneham now is now we've got Liam Davis and Jolly back. Someone like a Strato Agarostas who kicked a 5 and an 8. They've got opposition teams have to put a lot of time into Davis and Jolly because they can clunk it from anywhere. It's bringing other players into the game. It's all about that thing we say, structure. So
Well, it's no surprise that Paynham's good form of the last 3 weeks is the fact they've got all their players back. I mean, every side in the competition's the same.
Yep.
You know, and when we saw them earlier in the year, there was no Davis. They only had one man up forward. They 2 and 3 tagging him. They didn't have the Agarostas. Even when they did, they just didn't have. They just didn't seem the same without Davis up there as well. So
Yep.
yeah, just
and Matty Nye, I think, did a run with Roll as well, so he was very good. So look, yeah, really good with Payneham. They've got to keep winning if they want to play finals, but beating Ross Trevor and Prince Alfred in consecutive weeks is a real feather in the cap. It doesn't get any easier this week facing a wounded Goodwood.
yeah. But I mean, Schroeder Agarostas, you know, how they create that paddock sitting in behind,
In
and
case you missed it, Jeff just left. Sorry.
you know how he you know, it's very good coaching. And he just creates that paddock in, and he just creates that foot race back to the goal square, and he obviously did it 8 times on the weekend, and yeah, must have played very, very well.
Yeah. I don't think you'd find he did it 8 times, but certainly there'll have been a couple
Yeah,
there. And
8 goals on it. Yeah.
you get them going one way, they start to perhaps sit off you defensively, and then you can push up at the ball and take your clunks. So it
And
doesn't,
no one's going to outrun him over 50 metres, I wouldn't have thought.
no, not unless you've got a vehicle. But anyway,
He's rather slippery.
yeah, he is. Yeah, you should see him. You should see him when we call the last drinks. Anyway, Adelaide Uni in a low-scoring affair, 8-9-57, knocked off St Peter's 3-4-22. For Uni, it was Nick Langridge with 2, Lucas Antonatus, Watson, Melville, Schultz, Rice, and Charlie were the goal kickers. The Paynter boys, regularly in the best players, once again, were with Langridge, Taylor, Noonan, and Adams.
Yeah, for St Peter's, Stafford kicked 2, and Finlay just the single, and that was their 3 goals. Duncan was best, Roberts, Cudmore, Lockwood and Hargraves round out their better players. Yeah, good win to Uni.
Looking at round 13 this week, again, there's some matches you just sort of can't dress up. Spock and Rock, it's a battle of 9th versus 1st. Look, Intercole Classic maybe, they perhaps got a bit of history here, these two. It's at Cater Oval. I'm sure St Peter's will be throwing everything at them, but I can't see them beating Ross Trevor, can you?
Can't see them getting within Cooey.
No.
I think it'll be a 15-goal win.
Yep. Port District sit 3rd, Modbury sit 8th, and Modbury have fallen away a little bit. The Division 1 season seems to be taking its toll. Plenty of good players. Matty Gibson having a standout year, but I just can't see Port losing this game at Largs Reserve.
Not at Largs. I think they got
What are you doing?
I think they got him earlier in the year at Modbury, but
Yeah.
a little bit different at Largs. So Largs, once again, hard ground to win on. Yeah, I'll go Port District's rather comfortably.
Yeah. And there's 3 games where you could certainly be forgiven for tipping either way. You could mount a case for either team on this occasion. The first one is at Payneham Oval. It's Payneham and Goodwood Saints. Really, really interesting thing to note about this one is should Payneham win, I'll put it this way, Payneham for the first time in a long time are a chance to go back into the 5 with a win should results fall their way. Goodwood sits 6th on 5.5 wins. Payneham sits 7th on 5.5 wins. with 6 rounds to go. You do the maths, Mr. Hosey. This is a big one.
Well, it was a draw. We did the live call last night. It was a draw.
Yep, their percentages are nearly identical. One of these teams can make the finals, one of them can't. They can't both make the finals the way it's sort of structured at the moment.
It was a draw last time. I thought that Payneham might have been a tad unlucky last time. They didn't have Liam Davis last time. They didn't.
Didn't have a few last time.
Agorastos didn't play that well. He was just coming back into the side and just had a bit of a dirty day.
Oh, he sucked. Hey, he's in career best form right now, but he was shocking that day.
I just said didn't have a dirty day.
I love him. He's funny.
But I think Payneham are just up and about at the moment. Goodwood are a good side without being world beaters. I think Payneham will win. Not because I'm with you.
No, I know you don't care what I think. I've tipped against Payneham twice and it's done good, but
I just think all those players are back. Yeah. Goodwood forward line, they've got Burns and Kells up there.
Yep.
They're probably just missing a few odd goal kickers that they used to have.
It's a big day as well. It's past Players Day. I think they have them every week, but it's past Players Day, and it's not a double, not a triple, a quadruple header. It's a quadruple header. So
start at 6:30.
C's play, I reckon 10:15. B's, A's, and then the big show comes on at 4:45. The D grade.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's why I can't do the live call this week. It's another reason why I can't do it. Yeah.
So you just want to be there with the crowd?
I only play the big games, mate. Nah, it should be good fun.
And how many goals did you kick last week?
4. Yeah.
Just thought I'd get that in.
Thanks, mate.
I thought I'd beat you to it.
Someone said to me, "Why are you telling me?" So I'm telling everyone. Anyway, Tea Tree Gully and Prince Alfred. This is a cracker. This is Tea Tree Gully again. Just simmered a little bit in the last few weeks, haven't they? They're 9-3 now when they were 9-1, were they? Or definitely 8-1. Prince Alfred, look, they're both coming off losses, so it's an interesting game. Second versus fourth. It is at. Must be at
Peteringha.
It's at Peteringha, sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm not there. You're calling this one live. They need to bounce back, Tea Tree Gully. Will they?
We saw them the other week. They probably have to find more avenues to goal rather than being Melville conscious, probably. Fairly relying on Melville. If they can do that, they can win. But I think they probably have to, mix it up a little bit more in just trying to find more avenues to goal. Whereas I haven't seen Prince Alfred this year, so I won't comment. But I just think, if they have to find a few more avenues to goal, be less Melville conscious.
So who was your tip?
I'll go Gullies, but with no great assurance. But it's a hard ground to win at. A bit like Putt 90s to Prince Alfred.
The midfield battle should be where the game is won and lost, and there's plenty of quality on both teams. We see the McKay boys locking horns with your Castry, Jolly, so forth.
They still have got some players out though, Gullies. That's the thing. They have got players out, and a bit like Payneham early in the year. Every side needs those players in. That's not an excuse. That's just a reason.
Dow didn't play last start, did he?
He played.
He did.
He did. But if you just, if you don't, if you're missing 5 or 6 blokes, no matter what side it is in Division 1, it's hard to win.
I'll take Princes just. And the last one, Salisbury North and Adelaide Uni. This one's at Salisbury North. And Salisbury North, obviously, they're climbing, they're desperate, they're clawing, trying to get out of that relegation zone. They're 2 games outside, 2 games away from it. Adelaide Uni have found themselves in the 5 for the first time this year, 6-6. This is going to be an absolute cracker of a game. As good a game as you get with 5th versus 10th.
Yeah, I'm taking Salisbury North.
I've tipped Salisbury North as well. I just feel at home, if they are going to avoid the relegation, they'll identify, we must win this one. This has got to be one we've got to win.
Oh, this is a classic case too for Gavin Chapman and Dallas Miles, the coach and assistant coaches. They're coaching us against the world type mentality.
Yeah.
And you can garner support with that group when you coach like that. And I think that's what they'll be doing at the moment. And I think they've got enough good players to still avoid relegation.
Yep. I'm taking Salisbury North as well as an upset. Thanks for watching the SA Footballer TV Weekly Roundup. We'll be back next week.
Thank you.